All right, what's up, guys? Let's do this trade recap. MU is freaking ripping right now. Uh, let's go, MU. In 105 calls for 1018, in 110 calls for 1018. Also in 280 calls for June 2025. Looking to get some premium spikes on those. Get those deltas juice. See if these 110s get the money to 105s. This is going to be a great morning if this holds up there. But we'll revisit that tomorrow. But I am currently in MU calls, so it's nice. So start the day. Meta. So Meta had this trend line here. Okay, that I was watching on the 30-minute. And essentially what I was looking for was this 564 to 565. I needed this to break. And at the time going into the close, Meta was in a big squeeze on the 5-minute up to the 30-minute, which the 30-minute was the bigger one with the trend line, and it was curling upside. So I wanted it to break above that 564, 565, and go up here to 567.50. I wanted it to do a break and retest of this and then go hit 572. I had drawn this out the night prior. So Meta, probably it looks better if I turn off. Nope, it actually makes it look worse. So anyways, you can see it broke above it, obviously. Did a small pullback here and then was able to go hit target. So Meta was fantastic. Took the 590s for 10-4 expiration and sold the runner today. Exited majority up here for 110%, and they ended up pulling back. Only had one contract by that time. And then after the event got to move up here, I sold the runner for 135%. Went a little bit above that, but very happy with that trade. With Meta, at the same time, I swung UPST calls. UPST was based on the daily time frame. So UPST has a beautiful daily cup and handle that's set up here. So if I go here, right, we got this cup right there. Mark around $36 right there. Draw this trend line here. Accepted back under the trend line, but had this cup and handle right here. So when it pulled back, retested and held the 36 area and reclaimed the 21 EMA, and I'm sitting right at the 9. Risk to reward, I like the area for the calls to at least take it back up to the equal highs around $40, $41, which it did today, which I ended up selling for about 150%. So swung the calls based on this cup and handle right here, and then got the nice big green candle right here for the breakout. Hit that equal high and then has pulled back, but I have no other position in UPST. That was a great swing for 150%. I did swing Affirm calls as well. Affirm is pulling back here. Affirm was nothing more than a potential sympathy play with UPST. So bought the Affirm calls around right here during this consolidation, got a nice move up into the close, and then was able to capture 40% this morning on the run up with UPST along with Meta at the same time. So that is what I swung going into today. So now moving forward, what am I looking at? The 100%, I'm looking at freaking MU, right? In 105s and those 110s for 1018 expiration. At the same time, looking at cruise lines here. So I'm short cruise lines. CCL, I mentioned this last week. Go to CCL, go to the daily, go to the weekly, doesn't matter. Any of them, but let me put weekly on there we go. Look at this. So I posted this last week, approaching that $19 to $19.50 area on CCL. We have big supply up here, and it was testing that purple line right there. That is the 200 EMA. I love using the 200 EMA. So I'm currently short CCL with $18 puts. So it is currently sitting right at $18. Got a nasty downtrend there, over 3% to the downside. Beautiful hanging man up here at the top, entering into the supply zone, and then got a pullback here and closed under the daily 9 EMA. That's fantastic. NCLH, same exact thing, identical, right? So we had the big cup and handle, took the calls to the upside, and then look, it's already marked right here. Look, because I sent this. Oh, I gotta put the RSI on. But the RSI, I think I can actually put it on here. RSI divergence indicator. Yep, here we go. So RSI was approaching 70 here at the same time that it was hitting the supply zone. Remember the purple line I just talked about? Look, it's right there in the middle of the supply zone as well on NCLH. Go to the daily. What does it have at the top? A beautiful red hanging man pulling back. Has not broke below $20 or below the daily 9 EMA. I'm looking for that to happen to take it down to 1950 and then down to the daily 21 EMA. So I am in $20 puts on NCLH as well. This is based on, again, the higher time frame supply zone here at the top on both of these names after this huge run up. Last but not least, Honeywell. I am in some Honeywell calls. Go to the daily. It is making some higher lows here on the RSI, right? So nice hit of 30, and now it's increasing, and now it's above 50. So I want to take it above 50 and go target 60 and 70. At the same time, look at the TTM squeeze indicator right here. It was in a squeeze that was moving to the downside, and it actually created almost what seems to be an inverse head and shoulder. It's not the perfect thing, but I saw this here, saw the head here, and I saw the right shoulder up here. But the main watch is just right up here, right? This area of resistance that it's hitting. So I am in calls hitting this resistance, but if you notice, there is also a gap fill right here all the way up to 213. So this area right here, there is a gap fill. So I'm looking for this gap fill, looking for this daily squeeze that was downside. It did not squeeze downside, and now with the bullish divergence moving up here on the RS side, the squeeze is now starting to curl back to the upside while approaching the supply zone for the third time with a potential inverse head and shoulders. But it is having that equal high and then putting in higher lows. So it could be some kind of ascending triangle here, but looking for the potential breakout. So I am in some calls on Honeywell for 1018 expiration, looking for the break of 208 to 210 and get that gap fill all the way up here to the 213 area, potentially go to 215 to get those calls in the money. So that is all that I am currently in and what I'm watching. So hopefully that helps. You could see a little cup and handle right here. I mean, it's a little bit of a wonky chart, but I do like this for a longer term swing. So looking good, looking good. MU, go baby, go to 110. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.